Hello friends, welcome. Friends, you might be aware that the Department of Telecommunication recently released the notice inviting application for the forthcoming auction, spectrum auction, which is going to happen in the month of May 2024. Now, as regards to this auction, the data of available spectrum along with the existing operator spectrum is now uploaded in my tool, which you can find here. Right. So what I've done is I uploaded this is a tool which I had created after a lot of effort. It took me almost because I was not an expert in Python, so it took me 2 months to write this tool. It's pretty long. It's almost like 7,000 lines tool. So what this tool has is it gives you a snapshot of the map. It's like if you point to a particular cell, the granularity of that cell, it will tell you which that particular cell belongs to. Like if you see here, it belongs to, I'm in the 800 megahertz band. It belongs to the operator information is there. Start frequency information is there. Channel size information is there. Total bandwidth information is there. Total bandwidth means all the red blocks added together. And the expiry period, how many years from now it will expire, like 17.39 years from now, and when it was acquired. It was acquired in 2021. So all the information is available, right? You point to the tooltip, you will be able to get. Like if you see here that these blocks were acquired by Tata. There might have been a trading between Bharti and Reliance Jio for these blocks of spectrum to be acquired by Reliance Jio to create a continuous blocks of 10 megahertz. So like this, all this information is available. Now, if you look at this violet thing, these are Arcom spectrum. Now, Arcom has gone bankrupt, so they have been holding these blocks and they have been completely lying unused. So these blocks, if you look at these blocks which are violet in nature, these are the blocks which are vacant up for auction for the 800 megahertz. And this one block, which is a grayish block, which is occupied by government, means it is part of the allocation which has been done by government to for their own use, and the green is acquired by Bharti, right? So this is acquired by Bharti. So Bharti acquired this in 2021, and then this was acquired by Tata in 2015. So did not sell to Reliance Jio because they needed it. I'll tell you why they needed it. And then this is again acquired by Bharti in the last year, which is 2021 auction. And this was acquired by Bharti in 2021 auction. So all information is available here. So it's a pretty powerful way of looking at visualizing the data, and you can use this to strategize what you can do. Now, why I am doing this video? The reason I am doing this video is not to basically demonstrate this tool. The reason I am doing this video of this article, which is pretty important. As you guys know, that Bharti is currently has non-standalone 5G deployment. Non-standalone 5G deployment has got a lot of constraints. What are the constraints? The main constraint is that you cannot do NR voice, and then you cannot do network slicing at the level of the granularity of a certain kind of capability that will enable you to give you various features of 5G, right? And then also you do not have many other capability because the core would be of 4G. You are using the same core of 4G, so you are not getting the benefit of real 5G network from the point of latency and from the point of view of user equipment UE route selection policy, which is going to be very pretty important going forward for the operators to be able to drive various kind of services within the handset. Now, Bharti definitely needs 5G standalone. They may say that they don't need it now, but it will be required at some point of time in future. And they have to, for that they need the low frequency band, because without low frequency band, you cannot do NR voice, because for NR voice, you need a ubiquitous voice coverage across all geography. And if you are going to have non-standalone, your voice is going to remain in LTE. So your 5G is only going to be for data capacity, not the features of 5G. Neither you will be able to do route selection policy, the U route selection policy, nor you will be able to do various other latency which 5G is important for to drive other futuristic application in which will come in future. So they need low frequency band. So what I thought was, by looking at the data which I've aggregated in my tool, to figure out a strategy for 5G, for Bharti, for them to able to acquire at least 10 megahertz of spectrum for in the low frequency band, either 800 megahertz, this is the 800 megahertz band, or in the 900 megahertz band. So you can go through this article, and then in this article you will see that I have an embedded table which will give you a bidding strategy for Bharti for 800 and 900 megahertz band, depending upon their existing spectrum and the available spectrum for which is available for in the next round of auction. So how to read this table? You have circle on the y-axis here, on the remote, on the leftmost corner of this table, on the leftmost side of this table, and then we have got 900 and 800 megahertz band, right, where their existing spectrum is mentioned here, expired spectrum is mentioned here, and how much they need to buy, should be buying in order to create a continuous blocks of 10 megahertz or 15 megahertz. And then for 800 megahertz, what is the existing spectrum, how much they need to buy in order to create at least one block of 5G 10 megahertz so that they can do standalone 5G, right? So this is mentioned. And then how much will be the impact in outflow? This is mentioned here because I have mentioned the 900 megahertz price per megahertz and the 800 megahertz price, and then I have the total outflow, and the total outflow is here. If you see here, the total outflow is 226,159 depending upon what I have laid out in the table, and I have also given a utilization strategy here. If you see, the utilization strategy means how much they should be consuming for 4G and how much they should be consuming for 4G. Now you need to understand one thing, that 4G ultimately is going to be used only for voice, and 5G is going to be used for data, and then after some time as the next phase, all your voice is going to get shifted towards 5G. So 4G is just a parking spot for an interim period, and then if you have low frequency band, you move your voice into 5G, keeping a very small portion of 4G alive, so that those guys who do not have 5G handset, they can remain on 4G. Look at this. So that's why I have assigned a very small portion of 4G in most of the circles. Like you see, 5 megahertz, 5 megahertz, 5 megahertz, to ensure that LTE is alive, 4G is alive, and all their services are finally moved towards 10 megahertz block, either in the 800 megahertz or in the 900 megahertz. Now, if you do this, then what happens is that you don't have to buy your expensive 600 megahertz spectrum, nor you have to wait for 700. 700 anyway, nothing is available, and I'll tell you why nothing is available. So if you go to my tool in 700, you'll find that I'll just bring 700 megahertz map. Just a minute, what is that? Yeah. If you look at 700 megahertz, you'll find the 700 megahertz map will come here, and this is going to tell you what the situation is. Then we have got 10 megahertz with government, 10 megahertz with railway, 10 megahertz with Reliance Jio, 10 megahertz with BSNL, and 10 megahertz with BSNL, and then there was a 5 megahertz of block which was available, and this is likely to go to railways because government is thinking of giving this to railways, and there is already a consultation paper on with TRAI looking into this. So there is absolutely nothing available in 700. Only 600 is available, but 600 the ecosystem will take some time, and if Bharti has to wait for 600 megahertz, first of all, the price of 600 megahertz is going to be higher. So if you look at the price of 600 megahertz compared with, let me give you a snapshot of 600 megahertz. Let me go to auction data. And when I go to auction data, and if I go, sorry, not auction data, I'll go to auction years, sorry. There are so many options in this tool that I sometimes myself get confused. Yeah, so here it is. And then if I go to the year 2022, you will find that this is what the 600 megahertz price is, reserve price, which is 3,927. 700 is also the same. 800 is slightly cheaper compared to 600, and the 900 is actually at par with that of 800. It's slightly costly, right? You can see this. These are numbers are there. So 600 is going to be costly, and there is no way to basically decide or visualize what the price of 600 may be at the time when the 600 megahertz band is opened up, because you can't be sure what the government is going to do, right? So what you know right now is what you can basically visualize, right? So let's look at what the options Bharti has to able to create say 10 megahertz of spectrum for 5G, which is listed out in this particular paper. Now, I don't have to read through this paper because this paper is very, very easy and simple to read. What I am going to tell you is, in the value that I am going to add in this particular video, is to basically tell you that if you use my tool, you will be able to see through these insights yourself. So how you can see this insight? So if I go to my tool and if I go again to spectrum bands, and if I look at a particular band, you will find that all the insights will be right there in front of you. Because not only you should be looking at what spectrum is available, you should also be looking at what is going to come up in future. Because you might have some expiry taking place next year, so your planning may be based on that, right? But if you find nothing is going to come in future, then you have to exercise all your strategy right now, because nothing is going to be available. So if you look at this particular block of spectrum of 800 megahertz, you'll find that all spectrum blocks are expiring, and takes, like you see, 17.39 years. This is 17.3 years. Even the ARCOM spectrum, which is held by the government because of the bankruptcy of ARCOM, which is not put to use, is 11.24 years. Can you see that? Here also see 11.24 years, 11.24 years, 9.61 years, 9.61 years. So all the spectrum that you have, which are held, nothing is going to be released, except for the fact that what is already released, right? BSNL is going to be held back because BSNL has been given the spectrum. I don't know why, right? It's still going to be there with them. So all the blocks are available. So you have to exercise your rights and your option right now, because nothing is going to come up for a long period of time. And you can see this from my expiry map also of the 800 megahertz band, right? So if I go here and if I look at the expiry map, and you will find that, expired frequency layout and yearly trends. If I do an yearly trends, that is going to give you a picture as to what is the expiry going to be. So this JK thing, which I am showing right now, these are all expiring right now, point. This is already put up for auction, right? And next block of expiry is coming from in 9.16 years, right? And then we have another is 11.23 years, then 11.24 years. Like you see, nothing is available except for the fact that what is expiring, what is already expired, right? So that's the situation as far as 800 megahertz band is concerned. Now let's look at the 900 megahertz band and see whether the 900 megahertz band gives you any option to basically exercise anything more in near future. So I'm going to look at the 900 megahertz for spectrum map, and let's look at where the situation is of 900 megahertz for spectrum map is concerned. Now 900 megahertz, you will find that a lot of spectrum actually has got released. Some of the spectrum is because of the expiry of their existing spectrum of Bharti and Vodafone, and some of are because of Aircel spectrum. Like if you look at this particular block where in front of you is the tooltip that you can see, you will find that these are all Aircel block of spectrum acquired by NA by Aircel in the last row of the tooltip. You can see this. Now why it is NA? Because I'm got a little lazy to to modify my tool, so I did not do the effort. It takes a lot of effort to basically write all these programs. So I have left it like that because the information that it was acquired by Aircel was sufficient enough. So I left it like that. And then you will find that as you go here, you will find that some block of spectrum is acquired by Bharti, and which has been come up for auction. So all these blocks of spectrum, which are you find as pink in nature, are the blocks which are up for sale, right? And these are the blue part is acquired by Vodafone Idea, and the green is Bharti, and then you have got BSNL all over the place, then you have MTNL here, you see MTNL here, and then there are slices of railways here and there, and one slot is occupied by government. This is how the band looks. Now let's look at the presentation which I had put together to drive my article. So I'm going to blow out the 800 megahertz band. Now if you look at 800 megahertz band, you will find that where are the opportunity Bharti has for acquiring 10 megahertz. AP, there is a clear-cut opportunity, 10 megahertz available, right? Assam, there is no opportunity. Okay, Bihar, there is an opportunity of 10 megahertz. You can see that. Delhi, you can pick up only 5 megahertz because 6.25 megahertz available. Gujarat, there is nothing available because 3.75. Haryana, also the same thing. HP, you can pick up 5 megahertz. Karnataka, sorry, okay, just a minute. Oh my God. Yeah, let me just hold. So Karnataka, you can see, you can pick up 5 megahertz. Kerala, you can pick up 5 megahertz because 6.25 is available. Kolkata, you can pick up 5 megahertz. Then we have got Maharashtra. Bharti already has 5 megahertz. It can pick up 5 megahertz and create a contiguous block of 5 megahertz. Then MP, it already has got 5 megahertz. It can pick up another contiguous block of 5 megahertz. Mumbai, it doesn't have anything. It can create 5 megahertz. Odisha, it can pick up 5 megahertz. Punjab, it can pick up 5 megahertz. Rajasthan, 5. UP, 10. And then we have got, Tamil Nadu also it can pick up 5 megahertz and West Bengal. So can you count how many areas, places where it can pick up 10 megahertz? We have got AP, 1, 2, and then we go to Maharashtra because they already have them. Then you want to 3, 4, and so 4 places there is a clear cut. No, and UP is 5 places. 5 places there is a clear cut 10 megahertz. Now in my table, if you look at my table here, you will find that there are many places which they have got more in 10 megahertz, right? A spectrum for 5G. Look at this column. How I am able to create? Because I actually have made choices. Some places I have used 800 megahertz for 5G. Some places I have used 900 megahertz for 5G. So where I did not find 10 megahertz block for 5G, I have gone and picked up the different band. Now, why it is important to pick up one single band for 5G? Why can't I mix between bands? Let's say if I got 5 megahertz in 900 and 5 megahertz in 800, why can't I combine and create a 10 megahertz? The reason I cannot do that because if I combine frequency bands which are close in range as far as frequency domain is concerned, that what happens is that when you are going to extract the airwaves emanating out of different bands, different blocks of spectrum and try to combine them within the handset using the electronics, it has to pass through the diplexer. And once it passes through the diplexer and if the frequencies are close to each other of different bands, then there is a loss, and that loss can be as high as 2 dB, and that will shrink the coverage of both the bands. So your 3 dB is half, right? Around 2 dB will be around 60%. So 60% means 40% coverage is going to shrink. So what is the point in shrinking the coverage of the low frequency band? Because that is the USP of the low frequency band. We are looking at low frequency band to create a ubiquitous coverage for 5G so that you can do NR voice and you can have indoor 5G penetration. Therefore, you cannot do mix and match between two bands. It is not useful. Nobody does it because of this loss. Right? Do you understand now? Now coming to the 900 megahertz band. Now let's look at 900 megahertz band. Let's go again to the PowerPoint presentation so that you understand where is the 900 megahertz band. So if I go the 900 megahertz band block and blow it in front of you, you will find what is going on in 900 megahertz band. So you are able to see in 900 megahertz band, you will find that AP Bharti has got 9 megahertz or 900 megahertz band. And then there is additional spectrum of 4.4 megahertz it can buy. But why should it buy 4.4? It can simply buy 1 megahertz because there is no point. Because if you add 9 to 4.4, you are not going to get a multiple of 5 megahertz. You cannot combine this to make 15 megahertz. It will be something between 10 to 15 megahertz. It's not going to be useful. So it's better to combine this and make it 10 megahertz and then use the 800 megahertz block. So if I go to 800 megahertz, if you see 800 megahertz, just a minute, 800 megahertz here, you will find that 800 you already have 10 megahertz. So you have got 900 megahertz, you have got 10 megahertz, 800 megahertz, you got 10 megahertz. So you can use one of them as 4G, another thing you can use as 5G. You have to have at least 10 megahertz block, right? Or there could have been an option, you can leave it like this. You don't buy any spectrum here, leave it 9 megahertz like this and use the 10 megahertz to do 5G in the 800 megahertz band. In that way, you don't have to spend additional money. But the reason 1 megahertz is not going to cost you a huge amount of money. See, you see. So if I look at the price of 900 megahertz band as far as 4G, you see that it is going to cost you only 288 crores. So what is the problem? So let's buy this and make it a even multiple so that you can use it in near future. Similarly, Assam, you have got, Bharti has got 10 megahertz and there is an additional spectrum, additional block of 6.8 megahertz. So what you can do is that if you go to 800 megahertz band, you don't have any spectrum in 800 megahertz band. See, nothing you have. So it is better to buy 15 megahertz in Assam, right? And if you create a 15 megahertz block in Assam, as far as 900 megahertz band is concerned, then you can keep one block of 5 megahertz as for 4G, another block of 10 megahertz for 5G, right? Do you understand now how I have basically created this strategy? Similarly, Bihar, you have got 5 megahertz, Bharti has 5 megahertz and you can buy additional 10 megahertz and this will make it 15 megahertz for Bharti in Bihar in 900. And if I go to 800 megahertz, you'll find the 800 also there is a possibility of buying 10 megahertz. So Bihar, Bharti has got huge opportunity to buy additional spectrum. So rather than buying so much spectrum in 900 megahertz band, I think they should buy minimum and then buy the 800 megahertz band, so that keep the 900 megahertz for 4G, or don't buy anything in 900. That can also happen, right? That will further optimize their strategy. Keep 5 megahertz here and keep it for 4G, and then do 5G in the 800 megahertz. Similarly, in Delhi is hard pressed, because Delhi they have got only 6 megahertz and nothing is available, only 0.8 megahertz available to buy. And now if you go to Delhi in 800 megahertz, here also the situation is not that good, right? You have got 6.25. So better buy this 5 megahertz in 800 in Delhi, and then do a small 5G block in 800 megahertz. Not a very good solution, but you can't help it. What can you do? Gujarat, you see, 800 is a very bad case, 3.75. Now, if I go to 900 megahertz as far as Gujarat is concerned, you'll find 900 megahertz also is a very bad situation. However, there is a possibility of Bharti to make this 900 megahertz from 4.2 to 5 megahertz by additional 0.8 megahertz, because there are 1.6 megahertz is up for sale, right? Now, if you look at Haryana, Bharti doesn't have any spectrum here, right, in Haryana, because this is Vodafone and this is free. And Haryana, there is no point in acquiring this spectrum 4.6 megahertz, because neither here nor there. Now, if you go to 800 megahertz band in Haryana, so you have got, Bharti already has 5 megahertz of existing spectrum, but unfortunately 800 megahertz is only 3.75. Again, there is a problem. So there's neither here nor there. Had Arcom not been sitting here with this 2.5 megahertz spectrum, then it would have given Bharti and cleans. Now you may imagine that how much, loss the bankrupt operators have created in the telecom sector. Not only that they have raised the price of the spectrum band by participating in the 3G auction in 2010 and created a reference price of which is much higher, and created a euphoria, or not euphoria, a kind of a sentiment in the public of 1.76 lakh crores, because when everybody participate in the auction, the prices have gone very, very high. And now they are not even utilizing their spectrum which they acquired, the 3G spectrum that they acquired. I'll show you that it's all lying vacant. And they are just holding on to this spectrum, and they have gone bankrupt, and they are holding on the other spectrum bands that can't be used. So let me tell you one thing. When the 2G scam happened, there were not much loss. It was maybe 10,000 crores or 15,000 crores, because the price was subsidized. But the losses which actually happened after the 2G perception and the public hue and cry, because of the actions which the government took later, and which resulted in bankruptcy because of high price of spectrum, is of a far greater magnitude than what actually happened in the 2G scam. It is right in front of you, right? You can see this. Now look at Karnataka. Karnataka, they can acquire 5 megahertz. Now if I go to 900 megahertz of Karnataka, if I look at 900, what is the situation of Bharti? Oh, Bharti has got fantastic opportunity. 8.8 megahertz in Karnataka, and additional they can acquire some spectrum to make it 10 megahertz. So you can acquire, we will become 10 megahertz in 900, and then 5 megahertz in 800. It solves your purpose. Similarly, Kerala also same thing. 5 megahertz here. And if I go to 900 megahertz and see Kerala story, what is the Kerala story in 900? Kerala is a little difficulty, because you can create only 5 megahertz in 900, right? Because you don't have. Now let's come to Kolkata. Kolkata, you have got 5 megahertz. Bharti should acquire this 5 megahertz. And if I go to Kolkata of 900 megahertz, you can make it 10 megahertz. See, 7 plus 2.8, roughly 10 megahertz. Not exactly 10, but it will be roughly. Maharashtra, there is not much spectrum, so you can't really, Bharti can't do anything here. And if I go to an 800 megahertz band in Maharashtra, oh, fantastic, because you have got existing 5 megahertz, another 5 megahertz become 10 megahertz. Similarly, MP is also same thing, 10 megahertz, right? Now, if I go to 900 megahertz MP, you will see that MP you have got nothing. So MP you cannot do anything about with 900 megahertz band, because there is nothing much here. You can only do in MP, you can do 10 megahertz of this. Because anyway, MP, Bharti was operating 1800 megahertz 4G. So it's better to do 5G in 800 megahertz and move their all their voice customers in 800 megahertz band 5G, right? Now Mumbai 5 megahertz you acquire here, and then if I go here in Mumbai and of 900 megahertz band, let's see what the situation. 5 megahertz you have, not much scope, right, for Mumbai. So these are the three circles which are actually not much of scope. It is there in my table. Northeast, yes, plenty of spectrum that Bharti has, 14 megahertz. You can make it 15 megahertz. And if I go here in 800 megahertz band, Northeast, nothing is available. So you can basically slice this spectrum in 900 megahertz in 5 megahertz block for 4G and 10 megahertz for 5G. Similarly, Odisha, you have got 5 megahertz, you have got 10 megahertz here, so you will make it 10 megahertz by 5 megahertz of this and this, make it 10 megahertz. And if I go to 800 megahertz band, and you'll see Odisha, you got, oh, fantastic. So you do 10 megahertz 5G in 900 and you do 5 megahertz of 4G in 800. And then let's do another band. What is the other band? Let's do Punjab. Punjab, you got already 10 megahertz here, so don't have to buy anything more. And if I go here in Punjab with 800 megahertz band and let's see what the situation, you can buy 5 megahertz here. So move 4G in 5 megahertz 800 and 10 megahertz for do 5G in 900 megahertz. Rajasthan, you buy this 5 megahertz and let's see what happens in 900 megahertz Rajasthan. Rajasthan, you have got Bharti 6 megahertz, acquire another 4 megahertz, make it 10 megahertz. So you do 5G here and 4G there, right? Very, very good. Tamil Nadu, you can do 10 megahertz here because 8.4 you take 5 from here, add it to 5 here, which Bharti already has 10. And then if you go in 800 megahertz, you have got additional 5 megahertz you can acquire, do 4G here and 5G there. Similarly, UP East, you will find that 10 megahertz here, acquire this full 10 megahertz here, and then if you go here in UP East, you will find that you have got 5 megahertz and you can make it 10 megahertz if you want, right? Similarly, UP East, there is a lot of spectrum, 10 megahertz here. You can buy Bharti because Bharti can do 5G here, and UP West, if I go here in 800 megahertz band, you will find that I got 5 megahertz here. Bharti already has. So there is no problem. They can do their 4G here and 5G there. And then last is West Bengal, and let's see West Bengal what the situation. Yeah, here also Bharti can do 10 megahertz of spectrum, make it 5G here. And then if I go here, on West Bengal here, you can do 4G here. So see how simple the strategy is. Now, in order to mitigate the risk of lower spectrum band in crucial circles where Bharti does not have good spectrum band, what should be the mitigation strategy, which is important to understand. So I'll just take you through the 1800 megahertz band as well as the 2100 megahertz band to see the weaker circles where. So you will find that Delhi, Bharti can actually expand because they have got 11 megahertz spectrum. So they can expand their kitty and make it much more stronger in Delhi. So if you look at Delhi, where is Delhi? Yeah, sorry, I went to 900 megahertz band. Just a minute, yeah. Yeah. So Delhi, you see. Similarly, Gujarat, not much choice because they have 10 megahertz, additional spectrum is not good enough. Haryana, plenty of choices available. Similarly, Kerala, you see plenty of spectrum is available, 1800 megahertz band. See, 25.4. Then we have got Mumbai, plenty of spectrum is available. So, Bharti weaker in these circles and acquire 1800 megahertz band. Now let's look at the 2100 megahertz band spectrum. 2100 megahertz band also you will find that spectrum is available. Bharti already had 15 megahertz. They can pick up 5 megahertz from Delhi. Gujarat, definitely they should pick this up because there is not much in 1800 megahertz band. And then we have got Haryana. They already have 15 megahertz. Nothing is available in Haryana. And then we have got Kerala. Nothing is available. So there is no option for Bharti to pick up anything. And then we have got Mumbai. Now Mumbai, they can pick up this block. Because they have got 5 megahertz here, they can create a continuous block of 2100 megahertz, 15 megahertz and 21. So I hope that you probably understood what the situation of Bharti is concerned. I think there is a plenty of good opportunity for Bharti to come competitively at par with Reliance Jio. And as it will be in the interest of consumers too, because if both the operators are at par and they are having the similar capability of standalone 5G, we will get a better quality service and will be competitive. Both the player will be competitive and it will be win-win for everybody, not only for the operators but also for the consumers, and it will be good for our national interest. So I hope you have understood this, and let me know if you have any question. I'll come back to you with the next video next time. Thank you very much.